Amtrak just made a major move. They've locked in contracts and started early work on 3 huge rail yard upgrades along the Northeast Corridor, or NEC. These yards are some of the busiest in the country, and they've been dealing with problems for years. But with ridership at record highs, brand new high-speed trains on the horizon, and billions in federal support, Amtrak is seizing this moment to rebuild. The plan? Modernize aging infrastructure, speed up operations, and get ready for the next generation of rail travel. So in today's episode, let's jump in with On the Train to find out exactly what these projects mean and how they could transform the future of train travel in the US. Amtrak's announcement, just a few days ago, on August 19th to be exact, Amtrak announced plans to upgrade the rail yards in Boston, New York, and Washington, D.C. so they can handle new state-of-the-art train sets and keep up with growing demand. Most of this work won't be visible to passengers, but the impact will be clear. Fewer delays, safer trips, and better tools and facilities for Amtrak's employees. And these aren't the only upgrades underway. Amtrak is making similar investments in other key locations like Philadelphia, Seattle, and Albany to strengthen its entire network. Much of the funding comes from the 2021 bipartisan infrastructure law aimed at helping Amtrak meet record ridership levels. By creating a more consistent maintenance system across its facilities, Amtrak can cut down on turnaround times and keep more trains available for service. Amtrak President Roger Harris put it this way: "These investments are key to introducing our new Aero trains on the Northeast Corridor beginning in 2027. With ridership and revenue at all-time highs, we're making great strides to meet this growing demand with new, state-of-the-art trains that will improve service reliability and the overall customer experience, thanks to strong support from the Trump administration, Congress, and many other partners." And Harris isn't alone. Leaders from both political parties, governors, and passenger rail advocates have praised these projects for boosting jobs, supporting local economies, easing traffic, and giving riders a better overall experience. Rail Passengers Association President and CEO Jim Matthews added, "These 3 projects in Boston, New York, and DC join recent investments in heavy maintenance shops in Seattle and Philadelphia as important steps forward for Amtrak. Delivering a better experience for passengers requires not only new coaches, diners, cafes, and sleepers, but sustained, thoughtful investment in the rail backbone of people, parts, processes, and support. These new shops represent a clear commitment to making sure today's fleet investments deliver value for decades to come." Now, let's break down each of these 3 projects and see what they mean for the future of Amtrak. But before we dive in, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're enjoying this journey with us and Amtrak. First up, let's talk about Boston.
Boston, Southampton Yard. At the Southampton Yard, Amtrak has awarded a contract to a joint venture between SPS New England and railroad construction company RCC. Their job? To design and build a brand new 2-track maintenance and inspection facility, while also renovating some of the existing buildings at the yard. Here's what's changing. The old 2-track regional service and inspection facility will be transformed into a modern 2-track service and cleaning facility. Once complete, these upgrades will support Northeast Regional, Acela, and even Amtrak's long-distance trains that run from Boston to major destinations like New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Richmond, and even as far as Chicago. The project comes with a $583 million price tag and will be rolled out in phases, with full completion expected in 2029. When it's done, the improvements will make maintenance much more efficient, boost reliability, and give customers a better overall travel experience. And on top of that, it ties into Massachusetts' broader push to expand rail service, including the West-East Rail project connecting Boston to Albany. Next up is New York City, where big changes are coming to Sunnyside Yard. New York City, Sunnyside Yard. Amtrak has awarded the contract to a joint venture between Scalamandra and Sitnalta, and their task is to completely modernize one of the busiest yards on the entire Northeast Corridor. Here's what's planned: a brand new 2-track maintenance and inspection facility, plus 6 new service and cleaning tracks that will come with canopy coverage. The project will also bring all commissary operations, employee workspaces, storage, and parking together into one modern modular office compound. On top of that, 11 existing service platforms will be restored to a state of good repair so trains can be cleaned, prepared, and stored more efficiently. But it doesn't stop there. Major infrastructure upgrades are also part of the plan. 2 key interlockings and connecting tracks that link Sunnyside Yard to the Northeast Corridor will be reconfigured, helping improve traffic flow in and out of this critical hub. When all is said and done, with full completion expected in 2030, Sunnyside Yard will be able to handle Northeast Regional, Acela, long distance, and even commuter trains more efficiently. It also reinforces New York City's role as the beating heart of intercity rail, with connections stretching as far as Boston, Chicago, Miami, and New Orleans. Finally, let's head to Washington, D.C., where Amtrak's Ivy City Yard is set for a major overhaul.
Washington, D.C., Ivy City Yard. The contract here went to a joint venture between Clark and Herzog, and the $705 million project will bring big upgrades to support everything from Northeast Regional and Acela to long-distance trains and Virginia's state-supported service. The improvements include 3 brand-new exterior service and cleaning tracks with canopy coverage, plus a full renovation of 2 existing 2-track maintenance facilities. Part of that renovation adds a new drop table, which makes it much easier and faster to remove and replace heavy train components. On top of that, the project will replace the aging water main system inside and around the yard, giving Amtrak more flexibility to service multiple train sets at the same time. Construction will roll out in phases, with full completion expected in 2030. Once finished, the Ivy City Yard upgrades will make train travel safer, more reliable, and more efficient for routes that stretch all the way from Boston to Miami, and even as far as New Orleans and Chicago. The project also supports Virginia's Transforming Rail initiative, which is focused on expanding passenger rail service across the region, while creating jobs and boosting local development along the way. You might be wondering, why does Amtrak need to invest so heavily in these rail yards? The answer is simple. They're the backbone of train service. Rail yards are where trains are stored between trips, resupplied with essentials like fuel and water, cleaned for the next round of passengers, and repaired when something goes wrong. Take Boston's Southampton Yard, for example. While we don't have public records on exactly how many Amtrak trains are serviced each day, we do know the MBTA commuter rail uses its facilities to store about 28 trains during the midday break. Some only stop for quick cleaning and inspections, while others need more involved work that takes longer. The number of trains being serviced isn't fixed. It changes depending on schedules, demand, and the condition of each train. This constant cycle of storage, resupply, and maintenance is what keeps trains safe and ready to run. And when facilities are outdated or overcrowded, delays ripple through the entire network. That's why Amtrak's upgrades are so important. Modern yards mean faster turnarounds, more reliable service, and a better experience for passengers. So that's the full picture of Amtrak's big upgrades in Boston, New York, and Washington, D.C. These are massive projects with a lot of moving parts, and the timeline runs all the way to 2029 and 2030. Personally, I really hope everything stays on schedule and as close to budget as possible, because 5 years might sound like a lot. But for work this complex, it's really not. If costs do go over, hopefully it won't be by too much. But what do you think? Do you see these upgrades as worth the wait and cost? Or are you skeptical Amtrak can deliver on time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think.